ASL Rico trial is on pace to shatter records as the longest criminal trial in Fulton County history. We have now entered the third month of jury selection, and the trial itself is expected to take at least 9 months.
And that time commitment could pose serious issues with who actually ends up on this jury. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates is live at the courthouse now.
Well, there were yet another day of delays today with trial, which was supposed to start at noon, didn't start until 2 o'clock. And those delays are adding up, adding to the process, which was already long and making national headlines as officials try to get a jury seated.
They've charged them under the Rico Act, and so they're all connected. It's like a circle. Everybody's connected, all part of the same scheme, all part of the same conspiracy. And so, you don't want to have to do that, every single time for every single defendant.
Former DeKalb County District Attorney Robert James says trying multiple defendants at the same time, like Fulton County prosecutors are in the YSL trial, is done out of necessity.
It's like a puzzle, right? If you're looking at a puzzle and a lot of the pieces are missing, you don't really get the full picture. And what the prosecution wants is for the jury to get the full picture.
14 defendants are standing trial, including rapper Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams. They're accused of using Williams' YSL record label to run a gang. Hundreds of witnesses are expected to testify, and prosecutors are trying the defendants at the same time. So witnesses won't have to be called back repeatedly. But the trial is expected to be the longest in Fulton County's history, and seating a jury is a major challenge.
A lot of people are being asked to set aside, 6 to 9 months of their lives, and there isn't a large group of people with a day-to-day lifestyle that can accommodate that.
3 months in, the judge is still reviewing jury hardship claims, which could run till July, and attorneys still have to narrow down the pool after that, likely pushing opening arguments to fall.
It's especially a big deal given that, my client doesn't have a bond. None of the defendants have a bond, and so that's just every day that goes by, I feel like we're being punished unnecessarily.
There's also concerns about manpower and the financial toll.
By the time this is done, I don't know how many millions of dollars will have been spent, that could have gone to social programs and actual issues in the community.
It's expensive in terms of how much money it costs, in terms of taxpayer dollars. It's expensive in terms of if you're the DA, and I've had to do it before, you have to move resources from one area of your office to the other area of your office, so there are other areas that may not get the attention that it would ordinarily get. And it's also expensive just in terms of the toll on you psychologically and physically.
Yeah, Bobeth, the big question tonight, is all of this worth it?
Well, it depends on who you ask. Now, the defense attorney that I spoke to says no, that the defendants should have been tried separately. But the former DA says based on the crimes these defendants are charged with, yes. And they say justice is always worth it.